365 Days of Sport.
That's right, it's 365 Days of Sport, that radio sports show you cannot bear to be without. My name is Beefy. I am joined by my compatriot in arms, the man who's toured the world, even just this weekend. He's been in New Zealand, Mr. Robert Bryce.
Yes, that 3-hour flight to New Zealand, that covers the world. It's overseas, it still counts.
It is.
And would you believe it, last time, of course, I went to New Zealand, I missed my flight.
Yep.
I slept in, turned my alarm off, half asleep, disaster. Almost managed to do it again.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, got the train out nice and early. I was going well. I got to Flinders Street Station. I was sitting there about to go to Southern Cross where I get the bus. Sitting there at Flinders Street, and it was about 7:30. Flight's at 9:45. Running in good time, and then oh, hang on, forgot my passport.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, went really well. Rushed out onto Fed Square. Couldn't get a cab. Couldn't get an Uber. The new Uber app, by the way, I'm not happy with this. What the hell is going on? It was the greatest service in the world, the greatest service in Australia.
Yep.
Cheap, efficient, always went well, and it just screwed me. I couldn't get anything going.
Really?
I ended up having to run back to the train and get the train back to Malvern at 7:46. Got to my apartment at 8:02 with a sprint. Ordered a cab and an Uber.
Oh, nice.
Cab won the race.
Beautiful.
Got the cab out the airport. I got there at 8:58. Flight closing at 9.
Oh.
Yes. Just like that. Made it back in time. So
did that remind you of Singapore, did it?
Funnily enough, I was just, as soon as I do that feeling of relief when you get on the plane,
yeah,
and you're like, I don't know how I made that, but it reminded me of many 365. There's a Denver one, I think. We did a huge sprint. There was a Mexico one, I remember.
Mexico.
Yeah, and they wouldn't take my tripod through the. I had to sprint back and check it in and sprint back
tripods are dangerous, brother.
Oh dear, oh dear! It's not much fun when that happens. I tell you.
No, it is not.
Immense stress. That Denver one particularly.
I can't remember.
Oh, well, that was the furthest terminal away.
Oh, okay.
And neither of us had done any exercise in 4 months, and I almost died.
Were we late? Was it our fault that we were late?
It was massive queues.
Okay.
An unlikely huge queues was the problem.
Yeah.
But we got there.
We did.
We always make it.
We didn't miss a flight in 120 flights. We didn't,
not from just
not
straight
from our,
out.
Not from our fault.
Yeah,
we were
not
close,
from our fault. Yeah,
close a couple of times.
Yeah, did our best, but we got through.
Hey, talking of Denver,
home of the Broncos.
Home of the Broncos. The first news bit in the 365 Days of Sport news this week is a food challenger choked to death during a donut eating contest as he attempted to scoff down one donut the size of a cake in 80 seconds. Travis Malouf, 42, was taking part in the Tex-Ass competition when his airway became blocked with food. The event, held at Voodoo Donuts in Denver, was not professionally sanctioned.
See, immediately with that one, the first thing I think of is that imagine people hearing of you've just died.
Yeah.
And all they can do is laugh. Isn't that horrific? Because you ate a donut the wrong way. Terrible. Who would have thought donut eating would be a chance of death rating of a Rambo 2?
That's exactly right.
I certainly wouldn't put it in there.
It says part of the donut was reportedly still in Malouf's hand when he collapsed at the weekend. Paramedics arrived, but he is said to have died at the scene.
That's a disaster for Travis. Did he excel in any other areas of his life? Did he do anything worth remembering?
Not really.
Will there be a Remembrance Day for Travis? A minute's silence at all donut eating comps from now on in?
Well, Voodoo Donuts said in a statement, "Our hearts go out to the Malouf family during this very difficult time. But we have suspended the donut eating challenge in all our locations."
The responsible thing to do, I think.
While this matter is under investigation, we believe it would be inappropriate to comment further. So yeah, donut eating competitions, deadly.
Oh, ferocious from Trav. He must have just really. Was he going? Do you know if he's in the final round? Was it something like that? Was he just going all for money and?
Well, yeah.
Balls to
I
the
think
wall?
He was trying to get
literally do or die.
It was trying to get a free donut. I think it's one of those challenges. If you eat it within 80 seconds, you don't have to pay for it.
Oh, right. Okay. Was it one of the... Okay, so it wasn't like a Krispy Kreme or something sanctioned event? Nothing like that?
Well, this is not professionally sanctioned, as they said. It's not an official donut eating contest.
Well, Trav, life doesn't go on, unfortunately.
Yeah, not for
I was
Travis.
about to say life goes on, but it didn't. That was That was the end of things.
Yeah.
Do you reckon they'll play our podcast at his funeral?
I think they should now.
Yeah.
It's obviously garnered worldwide attention, old Trav's demise.
Yes, well, we continue with our political incorrectness and lack of real care for humanity.
Indeed. Hey, do you see this in the golf? This this chick that's been hit with a four-stroke penalty.
I was watching live in New Zealand with Mum at the time on Monday morning.
I forgot you were a bit of a golfing family, but
it was on. I sat on the couch.
I was going to say you'd have been the only two people watching live.
Right.
Yeah.
It was Lexi. What's her name?
Thompson.
Lexi Thompson. I really felt for the young lady. She's quite a pretty looking.
I think if you haven't caught up with these with this news, Lexi Thompson was leading the first golf major of the season for the women, the ANA Inspiration. What a title for a major!
It's the fourth round.
It was the third. Well, it was the fourth round. Okay,
Yeah.
She's 4 shots clear, or 3 shots clear, with 6 holes to play in the tournament. A viewer has rang the rules hotline or the tournament organisers hotline, saying that he saw her misplace a ball on the green.
Yeah.
And it should have been penalised because she picked the ball up and didn't put it back down in the same spot.
It was a 1 foot putt, by the way.
It was a 1 foot putt,
1.5.
and she's basically misplaced the ball back down by about a centimetre.
Yeah.
About that.
Yeah.
So what's happened is they've seen the vision. They've basically seen that she's moved the ball. They've given her a 2-shot penalty for not putting the ball back down, but also given her another 2-shot penalty.
Incorrect card.
For signing an incorrect card, even though it's a day late.
And told her this the next day on about the 13th hole it was.
Yeah, with 6 holes to go. And she's 3 shots clear. So in the space of hitting a tee shot and walking to the ball, instead of being 3 shots clear, she's now 1 shot behind the Korean.
She was 2 shots behind, I think, if I recall.
Oh, was it?
And the thing was, the poor thing breaks down in tears straight away.
Well, she's
but
a girl.
had to compose herself and get things together, and she actually birdied the next hole.
Oh,
and the other girls all bogeyed, so it was a 4-way tie at 13 under at that point.
Okay, yeah. So she got back, and in the end, at the end of the round, she got back to level with So Young Ryu, the Korean, and so they had to have a playoff, but she lost the playoff.
Okay.
So that 1 centimetre movement cost her $150,000 in effect.
That's a bit rough, isn't it?
So she picked up $250,000 US for coming second. But
Tiger Woods jumped on Twitter. He was right because I think he had the same thing happen to him. He's just, this is ridiculous. In fact, everyone was on her side.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's how stupid are the rules? Look, I agree. If she's caught cheating or moving the ball and misplacing it, yes, 2-shot penalty, no problem. But to give her a 2-shot penalty for an incorrect card, how are you meant to know?
I would personally probably not have bothered to mark the ball with a 1.5 foot putt.
True.
Just a little tap it in. Tap it, just send it home. The ball, are you too good for your home? Go to your home. Happy Gilmore, not ringing a bell? You haven't seen Happy Gilmore?
I have seen Happy Gilmore, but
that's
Happy
not
learn how to putt. That's all I knew.
Yeah. He did learn how to putt with his little ice hockey stick.
Yeah.
Maybe she needed an ice hockey stick,
possibly,
but probably not. That
films aren't my strongest suit unless they're Welsh films.
Get cultural, get arty. It's a deep cultural film. Happy Gilmore. It's about all sorts of human problems, interactions.
Talking of culture, our mate Nick Kyrgios is in the news.
Is he?
Yeah.
I think I heard about this as well. Somehow I keep hearing about these things, even though I feel like I pay no attention.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Is
this a Federer game?
No.
Oh, this is another one?
He's selling his car on Facebook.
Okay. What, on Facebook? Is that the place they sell cars nowadays?
Well, yes, this is the thing. He's realised, I've got quite a few followers on Facebook for some reason. I might sell my car.
Is it like an auction?
No, he's just offering it for sale.
What's it going for?
Do you know what? It's actually not stated what's up for sale, but he says, all right, I don't usually post stuff like this on social media, but special exception this time. This was my first car I ever bought, owned from new. The time has come to let it go. BMW F80 M3 2015. One owner, meticulously cared for, regularly serviced, paint, protect, only 16,000 kilometres.
Is he short on cash at the moment? Is that what's happening?
He must be, yeah. He's posted a picture with a garage with about 3 cars in.
Do they get paid for Davis Cup? Because he's back on the Davis Cup team.
It's a good question. Probably not.
You reckon it's all just sort of pro bono?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
You're playing for your country, man. So it's got a bone leather interior if you're interested. Anyone that is seriously interested, email xpistos07@yahoo.com. So he's put his email address on the ad. So Denyon Claxton tweeted him and says, what are the odds? Been looking for a car around the $6,000 range. Hit me up and we can sort it out. And Nick Kyrgios personally...
$6,000 for a BMW?
Yeah, but this is what Nick Kyrgios personally replied and says, I'll send you the petrol tank lid. So
Right,
Nick's,
so it was a
Nick's
bit of
out there.
It was a bit of a cheeky offer.
Yeah, he says, if you lowball him, you get burned. Tell him to focus on tennis, you get burned. The lesson here is if you cross the Kyrios, you get burned. So inbox him if you want to buy a car that costs more than my house, basically. So it's on Facebook.
Well, good on you, Nick. Using all resources. Social media, you can do anything with it.
Well, Nick can.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Did he have a briefer version for Twitter? Less than 160 characters?
Probably.
Buy my sick car.
Buy my sick car, bro.
Yeah.
And get abuse at the same time.
Okay. And was that his major feat for the week?
This week, yeah. Well, you've noticed he lost to Federer, didn't he? He was close. So.
He did lose. He was getting some abuse from the crowd, I think.
And Federer's wife actually was abusing him.
Well, good on her.
Yeah.
Let's get more personality again. I like it.
Exactly.
More personal attacks, brazen attacks.
Hey.
What?
I've got You've been providing me with these brilliant segues so far. Brazen attacks.
Okay.
Right. A Portuguese soccer player, Marco Gonçalves, he received a life ban after kneeing a referee in the head.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What sort of? Have you seen the footage?
Yes.
Okay. What height is the referee?
He actually
is he
grabs.
bent over? Is he dropped his whistle and he's going to pick it up?
No. The guy actually pulls his head down and knees him in the head, right in the bridge of the nose.
Right. So it's a proper karate,
a proper knee,
jiu-jitsu technique kind of thing.
How far into the game do you think this was?
Probably the last minute, 80th minute.
No, it was the second minute of the game.
He's making an early statement.
Yeah. Well, there is a backstory to this. This guy, Marco Gonçalves, he plays for Canalejas 2010, and this was against Rio Tinto in Portugal's fourth tier. Now, this Canalejas 2010, they're top of the league, but there's a reason why they're top of the league. This team is so violent. It features several members of FC Porto's notorious Super Dragons Ultras, and they went on a quite a long winning streak, as all of their opponents are basically refusing to play them. So all their opponents actually...
So they're winning by forfeit putting the fear of God into them.
Yeah, exactly.
This is like they're ruthless dictators who have taken over the soccer league.
Yeah.
This is a bunch of Che Guevaras.
Yeah. And so
Adolf Hitler even.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Are they racist as well? With their
probably
abuse
not racist?
Their tyranny.
No, I think they're equally tyrannic across the range of races and
just a bit of everything.
Yeah, they don't care.
Are they anti-fat people?
Possibly.
Yeah. Homophobic.
Yeah.
Definitely homophobic, 100%.
Oh, in Portugal? Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is in Portugal. I thought you said... I thought it was some crazy South American place.
No, Portugal.
I thought Portugal was reasonably, westernized, for lack of a better word.
Well, for lack of a better word, indeed. So, out of their first 17 games this season, 12 teams refused to play them. And if they end up winning their division, they go into a playoff to get promoted into the kind of the fully professional third tier of Portuguese football. So,
how did the team come to a group conclusion that they were going to just go about trying to munt people?
Well, they just.
This reminds me of when I first moved here in Revolver.
Oh, really?
And we had a band meeting. This is, I think, after being up all night. Someone had bad-mouthed us to our friend Darv Smith, actually.
Oh, really?
We'd heard. And he was no longer contacting our manager, Dan Tuttle. All these people have been on the show, all my friends. And we decided as a group we needed to start smashing other musicians, beating them up.
Oh, just beating them up?
Yeah. And I went out and I ran into the guy that I thought was the guy.
Yeah.
And
he said, I love your music.
Actually, yeah, pretty much. And if he wasn't the guy, and I ended up playing in a band with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you have to bring in a few Tongan and Samoan heavies to help you out?
Well, no, this is part of the thing. We realise we're bigger than most. We're bigger and stronger and reasonably athletic.
Plus, you had that
tall,
big rugged barbarian Matt in the band as well, who just goes around kicking people in the head. I tell you what,
back in New Zealand, he said if we mention his name again on the show, he's going to punch me in the nose.
There you go. Well, Matt, just proves that you're you're a loose cannon fella. That's it. So Rob will be wearing one of them surfers' nose guards from now on.
Yeah, I like the various new pieces of attire to try them out.
Beautiful.
A bit of a fashion statement. This winter.
It is.
It's coming into winter.
Winter is coming.
Nose guards. That's where we want.
Nose guards. Yeah, that's it.
Check that out on the catwalk.
Hey, talking of nose guards, not that we were.
Yeah, no.
Exeter City fan Charlie Bamba has made the news this week for winning a £40 bet with his mates.
Yep. What was the
what
bet?
Do you reckon he did for
Who can take the best punch in the nose?
Close. He ate horse poo.
He ate it.
He ate
How
horse
was that
poo.
close?
It's not close.
How was that a segue with the nose guard into
because it
horse poo?
smells.
Yeah.
That's it. Unless
you can say speaking of anything
I
and just
know.
start talking.
Unless it's me, because I couldn't
but
smell
probably
it.
no one will follow it.
No, I know.
Okay, so he's eaten horse
He's eating
manure.
horse poo. So he's out watching Exeter City.
Yep.
He's drinking with his mates in a pub, and it's a big game.
So is he watching a football match?
Well, they're in the pub before the
Okay,
game.
yep.
So because it's a big game, there's extra police around, so they're on horseback just in case there's any violence. So outside the pub, this horse craps in the street. So he makes a bet with his mates.
How much?
40 quid, yeah.
How much did he have to eat? Do they specify?
Oh,
that?
one lump.
One good mouthful.
Yeah.
A spoonful of sugar.
Basically, yeah. So one lump. So there's a few pictures on the internet about this, but the 23-year-old retched violently after swallowing the feces and then used.
This is also filmed.
Well, they took pictures of him. Yeah.
Pictures. Still
Yeah,
framed.
we had to prove it. So then he used an entire tube of toothpaste in an attempt to clean the taste out of his mouth. Charlie said, "It has the texture of shredded wheat. It tasted like crap, and my girlfriend wouldn't kiss me for a month afterwards. I'm a bit messed up, really. I'm always doing slightly mad stuff when I'm out on the piss. I'm always up for a laugh. It was a big game, so there was a big police presence, and that's why there were more horses on the streets. To be honest, I probably would have done it without being offered the money, but 40 quid is 40 quid.
I like the way he manages to, amidst all the chaos, still do a MasterChef-like critique of the texture and
Texture of shredded wheat.
Stick that one on your plate for MasterChef.
Yeah.
There you go. Try that one, Matt Preston.
That's right. Come on, George Columbaris. It's worth 2.6 million.
Like absolute shit, I must say. You're out of the competition.
No.
Well, funny enough, it is shit, Matt. Yeah, it
that's
is.
It. But I want to bet 40 quid.
40 quid. I'll take the money and run.
Indeed.
Big dollars.
I'll just so you know, we haven't got a guest this week. It's just me and Rob shooting a breeze again.
Even Elvis couldn't make it this week.
No, Elvis
he's
is
stuck
still on the wall.
Well, I think with that beautiful piece of shit story, horse shit story.
Yeah.
It's they would have been on a bender. Would they have been on a bender?
Or I was going to say, horse shit, worst song in the world. It's up to you, Rob. You take us where you want to go.
Greatest sporting benders, I'm just living the dream, man.
Alrighty, great sporting benders. You can go first. Or don't you
Right,
want?
I can go first this week. I've gone for my double header theme again.
Oh,
the
nice.
West Coast Eagles. This in terms of worst song and greatest sporting benders.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Well, I mean, this is one that's been beckoning. I mean, we've been trying to find abstract options, different new benders, ones people haven't heard of, but this is one that everyone's heard of.
Yeah.
A golfer by the name of John Daly.
Now, you've got me intrigued because you're going to double header. I'm thinking ahead to worst song in the world.
Ooh,
and it's
don't
John
worry about
Daly.
it.
Wow,
That's
amazing.
actually going to be the peak of his performance.
Tremendous. All right, tell us.
For those who don't know who John Daly is, he's a big fat man with a big blonde mullet, and he hits the ball very, very far off the tee. He takes risks. He's a gambler.
Yep.
He is actually a massive gambler.
Yes, that's true.
Very shortly. But he's one of these guys who doesn't play by the rules. To try to stop being a massive boozer, he was drinking Diet Coke for entire rounds, which is not very healthy either. So smokes on the course. He's really is a modern-day champion in regard to a bender performance. One thing I was intrigued to try and find out about John is had he ever given it a nudge while playing?
All right, yep.
And
I'm sure
I found
he has.
out he has. He has. It was in. I didn't say which PGA tournament it was. I think he kept that to himself intentionally, just so he didn't get in trouble. But anyway, he says it was slow and it's slow. And this is John Daly talking now. I don't know. Is his southern accent?
Yep.
It was slow and I played the back nine first. Or he's not quite like that. He'd be more like a Texan. It was slow and I played the back nine. He's definitely south. He says it was slow and he played the back nine first. Daly says, I think I'm 2 or 3 over. I went in the locker room and down like 5 beers. And I think I shot 4 under on the front nine. That is the only time I know I drank during a round, and I played great. I played that week. I finished strong. He smashed 5 beers in the interim because it was just a slow round, and came out and played better afterwards.
Yeah.
And he's convinced now that he plays better after a boozy effort.
Well, he would be convinced.
Yeah, it's just great fun when you just Google the guy and you come across headlines like John Daly found drunk at Hooters.
Well, he famously set up
in North Carolina
an autograph stall at Hooters. He had a deal going with Hooters around the country where he could go and sell his merchandise at Hooters. So it obviously brought a lot of the crowd in to Hooters, but he could also hang out with scantily clad women on a regular basis.
Well, it's a great
legitimately.
effort. I mean, during a night of binge drinking at North Carolina Hooters, Daly grew increasingly belligerent and was asked to leave by restaurant employees. Daly was predictably uncooperative, and the police were called to the scene. Upon arrival, the PGA champion, don't forget, he is a PGA champion. He won the British.
Two-time major champion.
Two-time major champion. Unbelievable. Champion reportedly found passed out in the bushes outside the establishment, reeking of alcohol, and had either pissed himself or spilled a skunked Pilsner on his lap. The old drunken pass out, piss yourself.
Yeah, nice.
Has that ever been part of your repertoire? The old,
not me.
not really.
No, I don't think of it.
It was prominent when my days, University of Canterbury, student days.
Really?
It would not particularly with me. I'm talking about, but just people
Just
in general.
Yeah.
It was common. Guys would, women, girlfriends would sleep in other beds after they've been out on the night, just because there was it's going to be the leaky pistol overnight sort of thing.
You Kiwis.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, they're disgraceful down. They're absolutely disgraceful.
Is that where...
I've done a lot of. My tendency is to do a sleepwalk piss.
Oh, right, okay.
I don't wake up, but
Yeah.
my body says you need to not be in bed right now.
Right.
But I can walk anywhere and piss anywhere.
Nice.
So I like the TV. I once did the cutlery drawer. My computer seat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's been a real variety of options there. Yeah.
No wonder Todd Slackbladder was captain in New Zealand.
Toddy. Well, we talked about Toddy.
Yeah, we talked
last
about
week.
Toddy, yeah.
Yeah. Here's another headline, John Daly. John
Beautiful.
Daly blew $55 million on gambling. I find that unbelievable. Why would you gamble if you got $55 million? That's when you don't need to gamble anymore. That means, I mean, say if he's 45 when he blew his $55 million.
Yeah.
That means he can live to 100 on $1 million a year.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Generally is, yeah.
That's about 20 grand a week spending cash.
Easy.
Why are you gambling? Poor decisions from John.
Very poor.
He could have had a great career.
When you say he could have had a great career, I think a two-time major winner, that's probably a lot better than most of the players on the tour anyway.
It's certainly a lot better than me. But that's in a nutshell, that's John Daly. Very brief tap onto some of his efforts. I love the interview with him. Check it out on YouTube where I think it's like a 60 Minutes one, and he's walking around the golf course with no shirt on and no shoes, playing golf. And he is a big fat bastard.
Yeah.
So enjoy that. It's a lovely sign.
Yeah.
Good on you, John. Congratulations.
Well, he's
on your
trying to
career.
get back on the straight and narrow, which is good.
He came down to New Zealand for the World Cup of Golf at one point.
Oh, really?
He was a bit of a big draw card there.
Yeah.
But I think that was at peak blowout stage, so that's why we got him down to New Zealand. Yeah. He needed it. Big time.
He just needed that payout from the New Zealand PGA. Well, I'm going to go this time NFL. We've done a little bit on NFL, but this is Thomas Hollywood Henderson.
Yes.
I'd never heard of him, to be completely honest. He was a linebacker with the Dallas Cowboys in the 70s.
Thomas, who, Hollywood?
Hollywood Henderson.
Hollywood
Hollywood
Henderson.
was his nickname.
Linebacker for...
The Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys.
in the
Okay.
70s.
Right.
He admitted to doing blow during the Super Bowl in 1979.
During the game?
During the game, yes.
That's almost performance enhancing.
Almost, yeah. Well, I'll run you through. It says Thomas Henderson was a linebacker with speed well ahead of his time. He could run a 40-yard dash somewhere between 4.3 and 4.6 seconds and 100 yards in 9.5 seconds. In technical terms, that is
What?
fast as
Oh, that's
hell.
100 yards, not
100
meters.
yards, not meters,
Okay,
yep.
yeah.
So his speed wasn't only relegated to his legs, it was also being ingested up his nose. By 1979, he was snorting liquid coke from an inhaler concealed in his pants. That was also the year of Super Bowl 13, a Super Bowl which Henderson claimed to snort coke in between plays to anaesthetize his face.
In between plays?
Yeah.
They don't get that much of a break during in between
30
plays.
seconds,
30
yeah.
What, so he just had a little
He
one of
must
these
have-
little necklace little
Yeah,
things,
must have
little
been,
quick
yeah.
little nudge.
You know, he tried to anaesthetize his face by snorting coke, although that might just have been something, an addict might tell themselves.
What a performance.
A couple of years later, he was outcast from the NFL and is claimed to be sober for the past 30 years. But
Well,
the
people
story
claim all
goes
sorts
on.
of things.
It says the former Dallas Cowboys linebacker whose mouth ran as fast as his legs, who famously said Steelers quarterback Terry Bradshaw couldn't spell cat if you spotted in the C and the T. He's fortunate to be on this side of the grass today because his distractions were once the triple bogey of life. Alcohol, cocaine and marijuana.
Triple header, the trifecta.
Well, yes.
What I like about this is because last week you had this off-season bloke.
Yeah.
But this guy's, not only is he on season, it's in game.
In the games, yeah. So
yeah.
the man always tried to live up to that flashy Hollywood nickname. Give him credit for that. Hollywood's triumphs also had room for his substance abuse. Highlights of the Cowboys' victory over the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl 17 showed Henderson crisscrossing the gridiron with an inhaler filled with liquid cocaine tucked in the waistline of his silver pants.
They're great, fantastic stuff. I mean, surely with a name like Hollywood, did they make a film about him?
Well, this is the thing
this
as well.
Is beckoning.
So he's been sober for all this time.
Have I done another segue here? If I led on to
I
something
think you
here?
might have, but not that there's a film at this stage, although he's called Hollywood. But this is the kind of the wrap up of this whole thing. Proof that there is no God. Thomas Hollywood Henderson makes more.
I'm loving this. This is me.
More money in 5 years playing for the Cowboys than most of us will make in a lifetime. He squandered it all on cocaine. Then he won the lottery for $28 million, and then publicly thanked God. Proof. There is no God.
That is definitely proof.
Yes.
Oh, he could have, even the lottery, of all the people to win the lottery after that much of a blowout.
But this is how kind of broke he was. Where
I'm glad he didn't get in touch with John Daly and go to the Cassie and go for a proper smash.
In the US, if you win the lottery, you get two options. You can take a lump sum straight off the bat, but you have to pay taxes on that, or you can get it paid over 10 years or 20 years or whatever it is, so you get a payout of equal payments without tax.
He wanted the 28 mil on the spot.
So he basically cleared 10 mil on the spot.
Well, if it's over 10, again, that's $2.8 million a
year, or 1.4 if it's 20 years.
So with taxes, he probably ended up with 20, did he?
10.
10?
Yeah, it's bulk.
That's a very poor decision.
Yeah.
That sounds like an addict who's keen to get into it immediately and can't wait.
But he claims he's been sober for 30 years. So there you go. He's a good friend of Michael Jordan now, apparently.
Well, I like to claim I'm the greatest fast bowler that's ever played first-class cricket, but, it's just
nice.
It's a claim.
I can't make that claim.
It's actually it's a lie.
Yeah.
Again, unfortunately, that's what my brother used to say all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Ali Williams said that as well. In his drug-addled state.
Oh, it's good to give it a good nudge. Well, greatest sporting benders, nicely covered.
Is that a winner?
America's that's a great one.
You had a go at me for
very happy with that
doing
one.
people out of season, and now I found one in the game.
Yeah, exactly. You turn it right on its head and gone above and beyond.
Nice.
Well done, Beefy.
Thanks, buddy. What do we got next?
So he played the first song that came to his head. It just so happened to be, it was the worst song in the world. It was the worst song in the world. Listen to the song and it's clear you're wrong, because the words don't fit and the song is shit. You're a talentless kid. You suck!
Worst song in the world, and I'm going to kick off again because
we know it's John Daly.
We know it's John Daly. I do recall seeing him on one of his, I think it's the same interview when he had his shirt off, being a fat prick walking the golf course. There's no shoes and no shirt.
Was he wearing just those multicoloured long pants in this interview as well, or shorts?
Maybe checkered, like like the checkered ones they used to tuck into the socks.
Oh, the plus fours.
Payne Stewart
Payne
style.
Stewart's plus fours, nice.
Yeah, that's the one. And I recall on this interview at some point he's talking about his life and he's very emotional and he goes, all right, I'm going to play a song for you now.
Oh.
And he gets the guitar out. He goes for it well and truly.
I'm thinking it might be country style then. Or is it bluesy?
Well,
bluesy,
it's
country.
it's bluesy, bluesgrass type of arrangement.
Nice.
It can be taken literally. I think he means it literally when I listen to the lyrics. But really, it's called John Daly, I Hit Hard.
Well, I've won and lost against the best. This old road's been a hell of a test. I'm still driving, I ain't slowing down.
I'm wanted.
Rules I love,
Not far
break
off it.
and bend. Mistakes I've made again and again. But I tell you this, my friends, I'm still around. I hit it hard, man. So far, man. No laying up, no
Gospel chicks.
holding back. Ain't afraid of nothing, it's a natural fact. I hit it long, man. Till it's gone, man. Keep taking chances, living large. I hit it hard.
Badass. Rock and rolling.
Is Is this him
No,
on guitar?
He plays the acoustic. I know that
okay.
much.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's doing the shredding there.
No, it's Richie Sambora, clearly.
Clearly, it's Richard Sambora or the guy from Creed. No, it's not. It's too bluesy for the guy from Creed. Yeah. So that's. I have to be honest. I know it's the worst song in the world, but that just made me laugh so much. I really like it
because I'm hitting it hard. Just has so many meanings for John Daly.
It sounds more like Tenacious D, to be honest.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it sounds like a piss take.
Yes.
It's an unintentional piss take.
Yeah, indeed.
Like a Joe Schumacher movie.
Yeah.
You know, like Armageddon. It's unintentional comedy.
Right, I got you.
Yeah, like
you've done
Sharknado. Sharknado. Well, no, that is actually so stupid. It's supposed to be comedy.
I think the first one was meant to be vaguely serious, and everyone just took the piss out of it, and then yeah.
But they cast Ian Ziering from Beverly Hills 90210.
Yeah, I know, but
at 48 or whatever he is.
Yeah.
You can't have that.
That's because their budget was $12, and he was the only one that agreed to get within their budget. Anyway, I like that. That's quite.
I like to hear some more from John Daly.
Vaguely tasteful.
He's got a few others, but I couldn't rip them off YouTube because he posted them himself and put a lock on it.
Oh, really?
Very selfish of John.
Oh,
I don't know what he's
struggling for cash.
Yeah. He's been. He's
got to pay for the downloads through John.
He's been spending too much time in Vegas again.
Indeed. All right, I've got one for you.
What have we got?
Now, this one amazingly only got released on the weekend.
What? Let's hear it.
नाचो 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 सारे क्रिकेट वाली बीट पे क्रिकेट वाली बीट पे
So it sounds like an Indian cricket song.
It's not Brett Lee.
गेंद आई बल्ला घुमा गेंद आई बल्ला घुमा मारा छक्का
Yeah! Boom! What are they saying?
नाचो 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 सारे क्रिकेट वाली बीट पे
Got the nacho part.
नाचो 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 सारे क्रिकेट वाली बीट पे Give me a no ball, now show me a wide हवा में मारो grab
Yeah, that's right.
Now give me an out, एक loud वाली shout और जोर से एक साथ
ये हुई ना बात
चलो अब ये स्टेप्स करो बैठे हो क्यों सीट पे नाचो 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 सारे क्रिकेट वाली बीट पे
This is awesome as well.
नाचो 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 सारे क्रिकेट वाली बीट पे
Wow, I'm impressed. Well, I don't know where you found this, but it's a ripper.
It's a ripper. Well, it was the world premiere of the grand finale of Indian Idol on Sunday. They did that.
Oh, okay.
So who do you think did Nacho, Nacho, Nacho Sare Cricket Wale Beat Beer?
I'm going for Virat Kohli.
Oh, it's close. It's not bad.
Yeah. Who else would be a bit of a fancy pants? Rahana? Ajinkya Rahana?
Not currently playing.
Oh, it can't be Sachin.
Yeah, it can't be
What?
Sachin. It is Sachin Tendulkar.
What? He's performing that.
That's him singing.
You're having a laugh because I thought I heard him saying Sachin at some point or
they
something.
did. Yeah.
You can't do a song and just yell your own name out.
I don't think he was yelling.
Does it say champion in it at any point? Sachin is a champion.
Yeah, Sachin, Nacho, Nacho, Sab, Cricket Wale Beat Beat.
Okay, what does that translate as?
Don't know.
Like,
I've got
listen to the song I wrote about me and how awesome I am. Yeah,
Yes.
and everyone clap and dance.
So he's
No room for debate.
He's collaborated with
Another dictator. Sorry, carry on. Sorry.
with singer Sonu Nigam for the iconic cricketer's
I thought it sounded like him.
track. Oh, so I've got all his stuff. Sonu Nigam.
Okay.
Sonu said that Tendulkar is a very good singer. Talking about the song, Sonu said, I am glad to be part of Sachin's new innings.
Yeah.
The song that is sung with me is called Cricket Wally Beat. I was very surprised to see the way he was pitching right. That's why I believe that when God blesses someone with genius, it spills in other faculties too.
Why is God coming into all
don't
this?
know.
Everyone says whenever something goes good, God must have done it.
Yeah.
Why don't you just claim it yourself? I did this and I'm awesome.
Yeah, it was me.
My name's Sachin Tendulkar.
Yeah.
I was a relatively good batsman, and now I'm going on a musical journey involving Saddob Nijdob. What's his name? You can't
Sonu.
remember. Sonil. That's
Sonu,
right. That's
yeah.
right. I should have. How could I forget? And he's going. this is what I'm doing. My life has been pretty good. I've batted well. I've been focused. I've got this lovely high soft voice when I speak very nice Indian like this. And then he said, now it's time to rock. And and he's done sort of more of a dance track, hasn't he?
Yeah, Bhangra.
Not
Bhangra,
quite rock and
Bhangra
roll
beat.
in. But I think, he's enhanced all the auras of the earth. And he's brought it together and he's put it out there. And it's a genuine contender for worst song in the world.
It is a genuine contender.
It's well done. And did he perform that on Indian Idol?
On Indian Idol on
Live.
Sunday night.
Did the crowd just go mental?
Oh, they would have. It's Sachin Tendulkar.
Oh, why do they? I thought they would storm the stage almost.
I think they're a bit more reserved.
There must have
than
been dance moves.
that. Oh, no doubt. Bollywood style. They would have had 400,000 dancers in the background, all in multicoloured costumes.
Yeah. All choreographed. And he just took the lead.
Indeed.
Well done, Sachin. It's good to see you still busy in your retirement.
Yeah, that's right.
I'd hate to see you fade away into nothingness.
Oh, he won't.
Congratulations.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life. The facts of life. There's a time you gotta go and show you grow, and now you know about the facts of life. The facts of life. When the world never sleeps, you'll be living under your dreams. And suddenly you find it.
Beefy's just had to wipe the pain off his ears from me singing the facts of life.
This is about the fourth hour today I've been in headphones, unfortunately.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
That's sweaty stuff.
Got sweaty
You got a
ears.
beat on, actually. A little bit of a beat
it's
on
always
here
warm up at
Narong
Narong
Studios.
Studios, yeah.
I'll go out for a cigarette shortly. We'll get a bit of a draft going. And
Yeah.
what do you think about that?
Facts of life.
Facts of life.
Well, this weekend coming is the Hong Kong Sevens.
We didn't go to the Hong Kong
We didn't
Sevens.
go to the Hong Kong Sevens. We went to the Dubai Sevens.
Dubai Sevens.
Yes.
What a ripping occasion that was.
Well, that's exactly what I'm getting at. What a ripping weekend. And now, obviously, Rugby Sevens made its debut in the Olympics this year, and Sevens seems to be the vehicle to keep rugby ticking along.
Internationally?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I think rugby in general is still smashing it, really. It's on. I don't think it's ever going to catch soccer, football.
Oh, no, never.
But there's still every country has a team of some standard.
Well, that's the thing, and that's what I'm touching on is the fact that teams like, I mean, we see the States and Russia. We obviously saw get involved in sevens.
Yeah.
You don't have to have 15 guys all of varying skills, whereas obviously in sevens you need a basic understanding of rugby, but pace and a little bit of kind of physicality can win the day. And we've seen the States win a couple of tournaments.
Yeah.
Kenya have won a tournament.
Yeah, that's right. I saw that somewhere.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved that Dubai Sevens. It was great. That was one of the highlights of the whole
Yeah, it
thing.
was,
It happened
definitely.
quite early on.
Yeah.
But Dubai, the way they run things is so great because they've got these amazing facilities but their organisation is often pretty casual. But not that they were disorganised.
No.
Certainly not at the Sevens. They were actually very organised.
Yeah.
But I like the way that we could just sort of just flip our pass and basically wander onto the
Yeah.
field. And
Yeah.
in between games, I was running onto the middle of the field.
Yeah.
And I could run right. I could just go anywhere.
I have to say that the access we got in Dubai honestly was one of the highlights of the whole trip.
And very cunningly organised how they ship you all the drunken expats from whatever out into the desert because obviously you're not supposed to drink in the UAE pretty much
at all.
And it's just a blazing booze fest. What a
30
what a line that is.
30,000 people just getting absolutely smashed in a dry country.
Yeah.
I don't know what Allah would really see because Allah does actually look over the whole of the country, not just
he's
the
a
city.
visionary. Yeah. He does peripheral vision.
Yeah, I know.
He doesn't even have peripheral vision. It's all just straight on, but it's wide.
Yeah, he's ubiquitous.
Yeah. I tell you what's a real disaster is the Wellington Sevens.
Really?
They have destroyed that tournament because that was not so long ago, a weekend that people book in.
Right.
And the Cake Tin would be packed.
Yeah.
Westpac Stadium would be absolutely packed. Everyone would dress up exactly like what we saw in Dubai.
Yeah.
And for some reason, someone complained about drunkenness or something.
Oh.
And so their solution was like Sydney, Australia. Let's just ban it. No more drinking at the Sevens. I don't know if it's no more, but it's some ridiculous rule.
Yeah.
And the very next year, they had like 5,000 people show up.
So in Hong Kong is the most famous sevens tournament on the circuit.
Going the longest.
So the South Stand is where everyone goes to just party. There, 90% of that stand is in.
You've been to it, I assume.
In fancy dress, yeah. And people just get absolutely shit-faced over 3 days continuously.
Isn't fancy dress great when everyone does it?
Well, that's the exactly.
Yeah.
It wears a bit
fancy
thin
dress.
after the first hour.
Yeah.
But for 3 days non-stop partying.
You've got to choose wisely that costume, like those Irish lads I spoke to at the end of the day in Dubai who had horse heads on, and I think they hadn't taken them off all day because the breath was horrific. I could smell them through the horse heads.
Yeah.
I had to banish them from the interview because they were that offensive.
So Dubai opens your eyes because it is their one chance for the public to kind of get out and legally just go mad.
Yeah.
Throw all kind of any relevance to Sharia law out the window.
Oh, and the sheikh, one of the sheikhs came into the presentation,
Yeah, he
didn't
did.
he? Or one
You
of
can
them.
perv on birds, you can snog in public that aren't your wife.
Okay.
You can do all that stuff. You can just get involved for once and don't fear getting deported or jailed
There's
or
nothing to worry about. I used to love it when we go out, when
lashed.
we duck up to the golf club.
Yeah.
And see Emiratis like having a few big pints.
No,
I loved it.
No, you didn't.
No, what? No, there's plenty of golf clubs. I don't even know which one.
And what was the tavern?
And like anyone's listening to it over there.
Yeah.
I have to work on my Arabic.
The Jebel Ali Tavern that has the room out the back.
That's it.
Oh,
Yeah.
where
Now we're getting specific.
Yes. It has the room out the back where the boys can come in and have a couple of quiet waters.
Yes. They all smoke.
Oh, they love
cigarettes.
They
so
love
cheap.
it. They got the sheesh and all that.
Fantastic place. Yeah. So thoroughly enjoyed it. Which is the one? Because remember we had the story about our friends telling us about how one of the Emiratis 2 over, you get super cheap booze, but you have to go through Sharjah to get back to Dubai.
Right. Yeah, the Emirates.
And there's stories of crazy Sharjah Emiratis
herding you in and
herding you on the
roadblocking.
freeway,
Yeah.
roadblocking you, and threatening that they're going to do this and that if you don't give them some money.
If you don't pay them off.
Yeah. And it was one of these sort of old wives' tales.
If you haven't got your alcohol license on your person,
that's right.
Yeah.
And then my mate, who was from New Zealand, actually did exactly that. Went to the other Emirates to drive back. Went through Sharjah, and he had guys storming up beside him, trying to shove him off the road.
Big hello to the Watson.
So basically, don't go to Sharjah. Dubai, smash Dubai. Even Abu Dhabi was pretty cool too.
I think that's all right. I mean, we bought alcohol in Abu Dhabi, didn't we?
Yeah. Yes. We
Big
certainly
hello
did.
to the Watsons and the Gibbs, by the way.
Yeah.
They love this show.
Well, that's basically going to be 365 days of sport for the week. Next week we have got.
Hold on.
Don't hold your horses. We've got some more facts of life coming.
Well, kind of
strong and hard.
What are you doing this weekend, Rob?
I'm actually going to have a bit of a quiet one. I might be going to the Songwriters Festival on Sunday at the Abbotsford Convent. That's
exciting.
Mike Noga's speaking at it, I think.
Oh, is he?
So, yeah,
no.
So go along with that.
No.
It's more actually, while I am here, I will plug Saturday week, the 15th during Easter, massive gig at Yaya's.
Really?
Yeah, we're headlining. The Demon Parade's playing. Other friends from
Demon
old bands.
Parade?
The Demon Parade.
Are we
my
even
old
talking
band.
about them anymore?
I love the Demon Parade.
Yeah, they're good band.
Great.
Good band.
Yeah. And I should also say, at 2 a.m, the Cherry Dolls are playing. So Josh
they're
Aubrey's
good
on,
as well.
So it's a triple whammy.
I just saw they got a gig announced at the Corner Hotel, the Cherry Dolls.
Yeah,
So they're doing big things.
very
Friend of the
well.
show.
Yep.
Well, this weekend, I'm
Yep.
going to the Melbourne Chili Eating Festival. Yeah, another
Chili.
eating contest. People might die.
Oh, keep your eye
Imagine
out.
death by
Take
donut.
your defibrillator with you.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Death by donut is tough, but imagine death by chili. Oh, my word.
I'll only imagine it. I have a lot of chili. I've been getting into Vietnamese pork rolls lately.
It's at the Brunswick East Hotel.
Yeah.
So it's the Melbourne Hot Sauce and Chang's Hot Sauce. They're hosting the Melbourne Chili Eating Championship. These are the rules, right?
Yeah, let's tell you what your chili
Rounds
eating
start
contest is
off
about.
easy and get progressively hotter. Rounds will vary from fresh pods, food and drink concoctions, starting from jalapeno and progressing to Carolina Reaper.
What? Okay. What are the rules in terms of washing it down?
Well, I haven't got that far yet. If a competitor is vegan or vegetarian, they must stipulate upon application in the competition, and they can accommodate you.
Well, hang on a sec. But what sort of chili? Are we talking like chilies? Like actually eating chilies?
Eating chilies.
Why does it matter if you're vegan or vegetarian?
I don't know.
Surely that's a vegetable.
It could well be.
It's definitely not meat.
It's
or
definitely
dairy.
not meat or dairy. That's right.
In fact, I thought the vegans would really want to show how tough they truly are.
Chilies are alive, and they're just speaking out.
Oh, one of those. What's that called when people think vegetables are alive? And
Prince Charles.
it was
syndrome.
on for Notting Hill. One of
was
his
it?
dates believed that.
Okay. Anyway, disqualification is by way of knockout, tap out, pass out, or spew out.
So you got to hold it. Yep.
Competitors will be given no napkins. You will be given a pint of beer, and a glass of milk to taunt you into tapping out. So it's no drinks.
Right, so you've got to take the pain.
Ooh, yeah.
It's the platoon take the pain policy.
You will be given a spew bucket. Prizes involve cash, loads of hot sauces, vouchers, merchandise, and of course, glory.
Glory.
That's it.
Glory, glory,
$10,
hallelujah.
$10 entry, includes free beer and a bottle of hot sauce on the day of the championship. So that's on Saturday at the B East.
See, I reckon this has got far more chance of death than a donut eating competition.
Well,
I would have thought.
if they're going for the Carolina Reaper.
You can properly punish yourself.
I
saw some clip on YouTube or on Facebook of some girls who decided to eat the hottest chilies of all in the world.
Yeah.
And they ate them thinking, this is going to be funny.
Yeah.
And then they ended up like crying and convulsing and actually having a fit.
I went for Mexican the other night and we got given a kind of a chipotle / chili shot. And they put paprika and stuff around the glass to get you going, and it was my eyes were sweating.
That's going to be nasty. I have not partaken. I can handle the hot pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
So it's probably worth me. I could actually give it a
I used to like curry. I was a big Vindaloo. Goat fowl, which is fowl's pretty hot.
Yeah.
But since I've aged a bit, I'm no good. I went to a barbecue championships at Flemington not that long ago.
Yeah.
And they had all these hot sauces you could try, and
You blazed away.
oh, God.
Effortless.
No.
No?
It caused... I had a massive asthma attack.
Yeah.
Just through the first one I had. It really kind of freaked me out. It was so hot.
I'm just waiting for you to tell some story about your backside very shortly. I don't
No.
It was all
No,
upstairs.
it was just, yeah.
Okay.
It was a bit... I was a bit sweat-fest.
I'm glad we don't have to touch on that.
Yeah, I was struggling.
That end of yourself.
No, not yet.
Good. Appreciate it. So you're going to this on...
Melbourne Chili Eating Championships on Saturday, yeah.
On Saturday. Well, I mean, I would love to go, but I will give it a miss on this occasion.
Yeah.
Next time, though,
I think
if it's compulsory, if we're doing the show again...
It might... I was thinking along those lines, it might make great viewing.
It actually might make quite... Well, great interviews, I think.
Oh, no doubt.
Well, maybe we'll get the winner on the show or something like that.
What a great idea.
That's a great idea.
I think we I like that.
Yeah.
We should.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to that in the coming weeks.
I will. Next week we'll have a review.
As well as
we got
we have an actual proper athlete coming in. Is that
we
right?
We do. Yeah.
Brilliant. And he's a cyclist?
Cyclist, yeah.
What sort of level is he?
He took part in the Tour de France.
What?
That's how good he is.
He's coming on this show.
Unbelievable,
An actual
isn't it?
professional athlete.
Yes.
Dear, oh dear. Well, I hope is he gonna be like a boring athlete who's gonna have things to say? As soon as he starts hearing about great sporting benders, I want to,
Well,
does Lance Armstrong count as a great sporting bender?
No doubt.
Was he ripping into it as well? I mean, obviously he's ripping into that.
He's ripping into something.
Well,
yeah.
I got the impression he was so focused on the illegal drugs that he wouldn't have done any partying and any misbehaviour.
Well, we should do some research on...
He may as well have done, given what he was doing.
Well, that's right. Because it would have been out of his system within a couple of hours. Blood alcohol nil, Lance. How did that happen?
Yeah. He should have gone the Ben Cousins approach.
Yeah. Right. So we'll do some research if Lance Armstrong ever got on any other benders apart from
We'll
blood.
do some research. No doubt it'll be a prominent topic of conversation next week.
Yeah.
Well, look forward to it.
That's it.
It has been 365 days.